This year has been wild for the entertainment world, and not in a good way. From Greg Wallace's shocking BBC downfall to Martin Freeman facing massive backlash for a controversial sex scene with a rising star, to P. Diddy's full-blown federal investigation, these stories have one thing in common: power, scandal, and silence finally being broken. So buckle up, because we're breaking down the three biggest entertainment scandals of 2025 and what they could mean for the future of fame. In July 2025, the BBC made a stunning announcement. Greg Wallace, longtime co-host of Masterchef UK, would be stepping back from the show as serious allegations of off-camera misconduct surfaced. Wallace, a household name and BBC mainstay for nearly 2 decades, now faces disturbing accusations from at least 13 individuals, including veteran broadcaster Kirsty Wark, who is alleging inappropriate behavior across 5 different BBC productions between 2005 and 2022. The accusations range from suggestive comments to much more graphic claims, including allegedly entering a studio wearing nothing but a sock, mimicking sexual acts toward female producers, and even groping and flashing female colleagues. The latest allegations include one woman who said Wallace groped her, another who claims he pressed his crotch against her while filming the BBC show Eat Well for Less, and a third who alleged he flashed her in his dressing room. Wallace responded not with silence, but with defiance, posting a string of controversial videos in which he fired back at critics. Instead of addressing the allegations directly, he made sweeping claims about female contestants on Masterchef making sexual remarks toward him. He added, "I've been doing Masterchef for 20 years, amateur, celebrity, and professional Masterchef. And I think, in that time, I have worked with over 4,000 contestants of all different ages, all different backgrounds, all walks of life. Apparently now, I'm reading in the paper, there's been 13 complaints in that time. I can see the complaints coming from a handful of middle-class women of a certain age, just from Celebrity Masterchef. This isn't right." The backlash was swift. His remarks were widely condemned as thinly veiled misogyny, and many viewers, including former colleagues, accused him of dodging accountability. As the BBC's internal investigation continues, Wallace has since issued an apology, but with multiple celebrities, producers and contestants from Masterchef and 4 other programs now involved, the damage to his reputation could be lasting. Number 2. Martin Freeman. In early 2025, the indie film Miller's Girl sparked outrage online, not for its plot twists or artistry, but for a sex scene many viewers found hard to stomach. The film stars 22-year-old Jenna Ortega, best known for her breakout role in Netflix's Wednesday as an 18-year-old high school student. Opposite her is 53-year-old Martin Freeman, playing her teacher, in a relationship that blurs moral and cinematic boundaries. Miller's Girl follows a student-teacher dynamic that turns sexual after Ortega's character, Cairo Sweet, turns in a provocative creative writing assignment. What begins as fiction quickly turns into on-screen intimacy, and it was this sequence that triggered massive backlash. Many called the scene exploitative and uncomfortable. Some even questioned how it was allowed to go forward at all, given the 31-year age gap and the student-teacher context. The debate grew so intense that the film's intimacy coordinator, Christina Arjona, stepped in to clarify things. She explained that Jenna Ortega had full creative control over the scene, that no boundaries were crossed, and that multiple people worked closely with Jenna throughout the process to ensure she was completely comfortable. "She was very determined and confident in what she wanted," Christina said. But critics argue that consent behind the scenes doesn't erase how certain dynamics play out on screen. For many, it felt like another case of Hollywood romanticizing power imbalance and using a rising star to tell a story they never asked for. Jenna Ortega has not spoken publicly about the backlash, but fans continue to debate whether Miller's Girl is edgy cinema or exploitation hiding behind an art film label. Finally, there's no bigger scandal than P. Diddy in 2024. Once known as one of hip-hop's most powerful figures, Sean Diddy Combs is now at the center of one of the biggest scandals in entertainment history. A music mogul, entrepreneur, and Grammy-winning artist now under federal investigation. For decades, Diddy shaped pop culture. He helped launch the careers of some of the biggest names in music, from the notorious B.I.G. to Mary J. Blige and Cassie. But behind the platinum records and luxury lifestyle, allegations were quietly piling up. In late 2023 and into 2024, multiple lawsuits were filed against Diddy. The most explosive, a lawsuit by Cassie Ventura, his former partner, accusing him of rape, trafficking, and years of emotional and physical abuse. That lawsuit was settled in just 24 hours, but it opened the floodgates. Soon, more women came forward. Allegations of assault, coercion, drugging, and even trafficking linked Diddy not just to disturbing acts, but to a broader circle of enablers and silence. Then came the federal raids. In early 2025, Homeland Security agents stormed Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami. Formal charges have now been filed, and Diddy has already made court appearances in connection with the case. Investigators seized electronic devices, financial records, and security footage, all of which are now central to what appears to be a sweeping federal investigation. Diddy denies all allegations. Through his lawyers, he claims the accusations are money grabs and character assassination. But the court of public opinion is already weighing in, and brands, collaborators, and even longtime friends have started to distance themselves. From music empire to legal meltdown, the fall of Sean Combs is more than just a celebrity scandal. It's a reckoning, one that could permanently reshape how the music industry deals with power, abuse, and silence. So, what do you think? Which scandal shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. And if you're into this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. And remember, every month someone who engages with the channel wins a $10 Netflix gift card. So stick around, there's always more tea to spill.